started all kinds.
Wow. Even downhill, so you do the jumps and the gaps?
Used to lah, but now no more already lah.
Why, too dangerous?
No, the balls become smaller.
Shrunk already. I thought it will become bigger as you...
No. So if you happen to stop, right?
Just do for fun only lah, not
It's
to make money.
for passion lah.
Yeah. Okay, you ready?
Okay.
Wait, a bit too long. Okay. Vijay, thanks for coming, man. Second Basso. This is the Diamante SV.
Yes.
What was the first Basso I filmed? The lady, forgot her name. Is she from your group?
Jess.
Jess.
I think it's Jess.
Yeah.
The orange
Astra. Right? Oh, okay.
Correct.
From your group as well?
No, it's not my group.
Oh.
It's she also bought her bike from Spin Axis.
So Spin Axis is the sole retailer for Basso?
No, actually the one at Sentosa, the
Crank and Chain.
Crank and Chain.
Oh, okay.
Currently Crank and Chain and Spin Axis only.
Okay.
Used to be BYX lah.
Oh.
Used to be BYX.
Our big boss from Spin Axis is behind the camera.
Spin Axis is a distributor.
Oh, Spin Axis is distributor.
Then we supply to Crank and Chain.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this is a Basso Diamante. Before we get onto the bike, I normally like to ask this question, see your background. So I have your profile here. You told me you've been riding road bikes for 2 years.
Yep.
And mountain bike for 18 years.
Yeah. So I started mountain biking when I was 13 years old. So back then in 2003. So I've been going Malaysia, Jamboree, Singapore's trail, illegal trail also went before, all sorts of trail lah. So mountain bike is the one that I started. So I started all XC Enduro. Then after that, at the end went downhill. So started all kinds.
Wow. Even downhill, so you do the jumps and the gaps?
Used to lah, but now no more already lah.
Why, too dangerous?
No, the balls become smaller.
Shrunk already. I thought it will become bigger as you...
No. So if you happen to stop, right? Even some minor drop, like true. 1 meter drop, you also don't dare to do anymore.
Agree. Last time when I started mountain biking, and when you don't do it for a long time, right?
Wow, really?
Then you like, wow, you get a bit scared, man.
Yeah. So even mini humps, you want to bunny hop over, you will think twice. Can jump over or not? Will case or not?
So you did cross country or was it just downhill?
Cross, all sorts, all
disciplines
I did before. Yes,
okay.
all the disciplines.
So
I did
what
before.
mountain bikes do you own?
Santa Cruz.
Oh, tall boy.
I used to have a V10. Then I have a Chameleon. All Santa Cruz lah.
Wow.
Then some names I forget already.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 18 years.
Monson, I used to have it for a while only.
Oh, okay. I wanted to buy a Santa Cruz, but it's a bit expensive, man.
It's very expensive, but the thing is, it's reliable.
Yeah.
It's reliable.
Okay.
And
so yeah.
I quite like Santa Cruz because compared to other brands, actually Santa Cruz is heavy, but it's really reliable and very steady, very stable bike.
So 18 years of mountain biking. What happened after that? I know your balls shrunk already lah.
So after it shrunk, actually it didn't really shrunk that much until COVID came.
Okay.
So COVID came, I started to ride back. I stopped a while. Then after I started to ride back, then I told my friend, hey, we take mountain bike, we go round island lah. Everybody doing round island. So I took my mountain bike, my Santa Cruz hardtail to go and do. After that we did 120 clicks and such. Then went back trail now. Trail hikers also inside bike trail. Then people that don't dare to jump on suddenly will stop in the trail. Wow, I tell you, it's too much issue until I really fed up. Then one thing lah is, you go trail, you have to wash your bike every time you go in. So it will never be dry.
And the maintenance is much higher.
So much higher. And your chain that you need to change, right, is so much frequent.
And then your fork you need to service.
Correct. Then
you crash.
Sealant.
Yeah.
Your sealant is like every 2 months you're going to change your sealant.
Yeah.
Compared to road bike. So after that, COVID hits. Then we started to doing the lockdown, right? So there was no car. So mountain bike, wide handlebar, 800mm. You also can move on road and everything. So it was quite fun. Then after that, slowly I transit over to road bike. So I used to own a Giant Propel.
Was that the first bike?
My first bike was actually a Lapierre.
Oh, which one?
It's a Lapierre Zelius EFI.
It's a carbon frame.
Carbon frame. So that bike was about 6.8 kg. It was a climbing bike.
Oh, light bike, man. Second hand.
It was my friend's bike actually. He lent it to me. Then after that, I rode it. After that, eventually we sold it lah. Because it was a very old bike. It was still the FDJ model one. So it was
Blue, white.
blue, white, red.
Yeah.
With Shimano and everything. Yeah. So it was quite a good bike. Then after that, we sold it away. Then I bought my Propel. We sold away because mountain bikers' legs are normally stronger. So I cracked the BB. The bearing
shit.
exploded.
Wow.
Then, in fact, my Giant Propel, the BB after 1 month, after I bought from Tay Junction, the Shimano BB also exploded.
Okay.
So I changed to, right now, the one that I'm using is the Tri-Peak ceramic.
Okay.
It's the twist fit one. It's not the press fit. Although, yes, this frame is for press only lah.
So Lapierre, Giant Propel, and then now this bike.
Then this bike.
How old is this bike?
This bike is only close to 2 months old.
Okay.
I waited for this bike about close to 1 year.
What's wrong with the Propel?
The Propel has a lot of history lah. So my Propel first was the BB broke. Then next was 3 months later, my SLR wheels bearing gone. Starts to have a bird chipping sound. Then after that, I decided to upgrade my wheels to MV, which is the current wheel. The MV says 5.6. Then one day I decided to, after 8,000 mileage, I'll push in for servicing. Then the mechanic from Smith Assist, which is Robert lah, told me, "Hey bro, your carbon cracked."
Oh.
So there's one crack on the seat seat tube.
Seat tube, yeah.
And one more near the BB. I'll send you the pictures later.
Okay.
So there's a crack line. So after that, I claimed from Tay Junction. So they managed to let me claim because Giant actually, their frame, right, is actually lifetime warranty on their frame. So as long as you don't crash, then crack here, crack there, you can claim lah. So it's more like a manufacturing fault law.
So you managed to claim
Yes,
for the frame?
managed to claim. So after I claimed the new frame, I sold it immediately.
Was it from Tay Junction?
Yes, from Tay Junction.
How long did it take for you? Was it a very difficult process to get a new frame?
3 months of wait. 3 months of wait.
Did they ask a lot of questions, or is it no questions asked? Okay, we will give you a new frame.
I brought one of their VIP down lah. So
So you need a VIP?
Tay Junction, Tay.
I don't know.
Mr. Tay sometimes he's a very nice guy. But he has been in this line for so long, right? But he's a very nice guy. I bought one of his VIP down. Then after that, my friend just talked to him. And after that, say, "Hey, crack." And then after that, claim.
Wow.
That's what.
The key is to get a VIP. No VIP, no warranty claim. Okay, so you got the new the frame and then you sold it off. And then why a Basso? I mean, were you already looking out for other brands?
I was looking at pretty much of a bike. Cervelo S5, I was looking more of it. Then Pina F12 that time. Then Basso was because I started to know Sam. Then I was.
How did you know Sam?
Actually, through a friend from the Bugs group. The Bugs BUGS is what they call the Bianchi user group Singapore. So through the Bugs group, know Sam, start to go down to his shop and start to know Sam. After he know that he's selling Basso. Then there was one day his customer actually came down with a bike size 56. So I took it and tried. The feel was so much better. So where Sam locates is that at a commercial building. So commercial building there is multiple stories, right? So they have these super big slopes up. So I took the bike and went up. Then I was trying. This bike can climb. This bike is so much easier to climb compared to my Propel. Then I told Sam, hey, why not? I order lah.
Were you attracted to the frame or not?
At first I was not attracted to the frame. So it was not the first look whereby I fall in love with the frame. It's more of the performance. I feel like, it's good, not bad, quite comfortable, can climb okay. So I told Sam, take it.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you dropped the F12 and all the other bikes.
So Cervelo has their issues. We are not going to mention.
Mention what's the issue?
Cervelo is like a C-clip, right? Onto the it's like.
Which part are we talking about?
The head tube.
Okay.
So the head tube, they are turning, right? The stereo tube going in through.
Yes, I know this.
So it's like a C. So when it turns, right, too much or too rough,
you hit against
this portion will have paint chip. And it's a very common issue lah.
And just now when I was pushing your bike over, the radius of the turning, right, is limited. Just like the Madone, right? Once you hit a certain angle, it gets
That's right.
stuck. I mean, anyway, on road bikes, you don't turn so much, lah, right? You lean your body. But how does it stop? Is there some stopper somewhere or?
Yep, I think it comes with the design of this frame itself.
Okay.
Because for Cervelo, the controversial part is the front turning radius, where it turns the entire fork along with the stem. So yeah, I saw quite a bit of review, overseas review that they have this turning radius issue, but so far, I mean, it doesn't affect the ride lah, because you won't be turning 180 degree exactly.
It's a very common issue.
That's why I think they had a stopper or something like that, right?
But the stopper got no use one. Stopper got no use one. I got a friend who rode day 3, I think, because he put on his car rack. Then after that, he forget to put the fastener. The fastener that's to lock the wheels, right? So it swung and pa, 2 hole there, 2 lobang.
Shit. Okay.
So after that, I didn't really go and see. And one thing, because our stereo tube is this thick, right? So you know how thick is the stereo tube? It's really like a metal piece, just like that.
Yeah.
And wow, you see my size, you see the tube. I scared.
So that's why to all the bike brands out there, don't try to be a hero lah. And come up with funny things here and there, and then they got the triangular.
Actually,
handlebar.
all bikes has their own issue lah. So, to be honest,
We will get to issues here. Can we talk about it later if there are any issues?
Currently,
I leave that to the last
currently yes, a few lah.
Okay, we talk about that later.
Yeah.
Okay, so you bought this bike from Spin Axis. Okay, I'm not very familiar with Basso, right? So this Diamante is considered aero version.
This is their aero
Their
bike.
aero bike, but
So-
it doesn't look very aero though.
Diamante SV is their aero bike. Diamante is their climbing bike.
Oh,
Yep, it's more of an endurance bike lah.
Then
But it's
what
also
about-
their
what
top
about-
range.
What about Astra?
Astra is after Diamante.
Okay.
Then there's one more entry level which is called Venta.
Okay.
Then they have their gravel also called the Pauta.
Okay. Do Basso manufacture mountain bikes or only road?
Mountain bikes, no.
So it's only just road, right?
Yes, only roads. Then they have the very vintage steel bike.
Okay. Can you tell us more about this your setup? And
So
your bike?
my current setup is this is the Diamante SV year 2022. The colorway is called Animal Black. Then I have the wheels MV says 5.6. Then pair up with my Shimano 12-speed 9200 series Dura Ace. Then actually nothing much. It's the Cyclovation bottle cages. Then I have the new
Arundel or Cyclovation?
It's
Arundel, right?
Oh, Arundel. Sorry, Arundel. Then I have the new Varia.
New?
The new Garmin Varia with camera.
Okay.
Then Moon Metro Light and a Wahoo Element Rope.
Okay.
Yep.
And these are Wahoo Speed Place?
Yeah, this is Speed Place.
Oh, sorry, yeah, Speed Place.
This is Speed Place.
Okay.
The old one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go for the bigger item first. So this frame, you already mentioned, right? It's a Diamante SV. Is this their highest end frame? Or
This
do they
their
have
highest end.
like a budget version, like Specialized and S-Works?
Oh, they don't
They only
have.
have one.
They don't have.
Okay.
No SOs.
Okay. Size 56. And
Yes.
as you all can see, I look like a midget here on camera. You are 183 cm and your inseam is 88.
Yes.
How did you determine the right bike size?
Okay, so it happens on one day. Sam has 2 customers who brought in their bike for servicing. One is regular customer lah. Then it's people that I know. It's a size 56 and also a size 53. So I took both bike and tried the size. And after that, after much consideration, actually Robert was about the same height as me, only shorter than me 1 or 2 cm. Then but his inseam is about the same as me. So we have about the same saddle height. Then he tried the bike and I tried the bike and we exchanged feedbacks. And after that, we started to say, hey, actually 56 is so much better because 53, I'm so much forward. So in order to counter that, I have to change to a longer stem. So we took 56 in the end.
So it's only 53 and the next one is 56?
Yes,
There's no 54,
There's
55.
no 54, 55.
Okay.
So how they determine the size is the seat tube, same as Pina.
Okay, so not top tube.
Not top tube.
Okay.
Same as tube. So here to the BB is 56.
Okay.
Yes.
When you tried the 53 to 56, was it a very huge difference?
Actually, based on geometry, right, not really much of a difference. But the stack height, yes, the stack height is relatively high. So on a 53, right, when I cross over the bike standing and not clipping, I can still feel that there's some gap. But for 56, right, I'm actually close to touching the top tube already.
So luckily your ball shrank.
Yeah, hang on, very hang.
I think something that people need to consider is also the stand over height, which is what you just
Yes,
mentioned.
the stand over height.
I think more like European brands usually is stand over height, especially when their top tube is very straight,
Yes.
very high up, right? Okay, so 56 was the one for you. As you all can see that there's not much. Is this a spacer here
That's a priority spacer, has to be there.
for the cables to run through, right?
Yes. Because there's a step down, right? You see from there. There's a step down, so the stem cannot totally sit in.
Oh,
Yeah. So it has to put at
top
least
tube.
one spacer there.
Okay, so
Yeah.
slammed all the way.
So this is already considered a slam version.
Did you slam it slowly, gradually over time, or when you bought the bike, you just slam it all the way and cut the
Just slam,
steering?
only thing.
Why?
Aero bike, man.
But back pain?
Yeah. The bike aero. My body not aero. Something has to be aero, right?
Did you go for a bike fit?
I didn't. So
yeah.
I believe a lot of mountain bikers, they don't. Our style is
Yeah,
just
DIY.
adjust or adjust or cannot adjust until can or.
What's the tip for new cyclists who wants to get a bike? I believe that they should try like what you did, try different sizes there. But the thing is, now post COVID, now we are in COVID situation, right? Most bike shops do not have stock. So then how do they decide?
Actually, the first feeling for me is the first feeling. So when I get on a bike, I cycle the bike. Am I too far reach? Am I too far reach out? Can this be adjusted? If let's say I adjust, will it still be comfortable? Then after that, things will be what's the current length of the stem now? Is it already the shortest already 80, 90? If yes, then you have to drop size already, no choice one. Then the thing is, everything is the first feeling. Then subsequently, after you no choice, you already bought the bike already, right? Go for a ride. Your body will tell you something like if it's too low, back hurts. If it's too relaxed, right, you will feel the winds and everything because you're too upright. Actually, to me, I don't really believe bike fit.
I don't want to say anything lah.
Because for now I have some pains, but after my own adjustment, everything okay.
Yeah.
So you ask me to pay $1,000, $800
But it's a good profit margin for bike shops.
to bike shops.
Sam, correct or not?
He don't do.
Yeah lah, you can do lah. Bike fit lah.
I'm not professional enough.
Never mind, I just buy some machine.
But bro, I
and
tell
then-
you, bo hua one, really. Go there. At the end of the day, they only adjust 5 mm of 5 mm of seat post length. Then tell you done already, bro.
So-
$1,000 divided by 5 mm. 1 mm how much?
So I've interviewed a lot of people. They say that if you don't know what to do with a bike, then they recommend going for bike
yes,
fit.
yes, correct.
But it's
So I will say those people that are going for bike fit, flexible people really no need too much. But those that are very, they are not very as flexible, then I would suggest to go because their muscle memory, right? Because it's a new form of muscle memory, you will cause sore, you will cause hurt and everything. So it's good to go lah.
okay.
It's good to go if you have the budget, but if you can do it yourself, then
Yeah. Just try and error.
just try and error first lah. Then the common things will be knee pain, wrist too much pressure,
stretched out.
yes, too stretched out. Then after that, back pain.
Usually, I think the most common one is the seat height. Some people tend to go too high or too low.
Yeah,
That's a problem. It won't be efficient.
Actually, for mountain bikers, our way of judging it is sit on the bike, use your heel to pedal. You can pedal, and you don't feel that your hips is dropping. You're done.
Actually, I rode with some of my friends, and then last time they used to video me from behind, and I realized that my ass was rocking.
Yes. Your
But
hips
you don't feel
will
it.
drop.
You don't feel it, but
You only feel it when it hurts.
yeah.
At the end of the day, you hit, wow, there's a sharp pain here.
Yeah.
Then,
And then when you do the adjustment, it's only micro adjustment.
Very
You
minor
don't have to
only.
do it. That small little 1 millimeter will make the most difference actually.
actually, normally these days, right, it's not really by 1 cm, 2 cm. Maybe it's about 4 mm, 5 mm, 6
Yeah.
mm. Is settle your issue already.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, and so what is your cockpit here? So Basso has a two-piece, right?
Yes, this is a 2-piece.
You told me it's an aluminium stem
Yes.
and a carbon bar.
Yes.
What is the length of the stem?
This is 100 mm.
And your width, I think, is 44.
This is end to end 46.
Wow.
End to end 46.
When you buy the bike, do you get to choose the dimensions?
Yes, you can choose.
Anything you
Spin
want.
Assist actually has a lot of size. So it's there for you to try also.
Okay.
So you can actually take the bar and push it out. Then after ask someone to look from your back. Are you going out, going in, things like that.
People always say to measure the bone from here to here. That will tell
So
you the
Spin
size.
Assist has this pipe fitting too, whereby it measures your bone to your actually the joint
The joints, yeah.
to the joints. So then you will state how long is it. Then after that, what bar to use and such.
You told me this stem is aluminium.
This is aluminium.
The new ones are no longer a two-piece.
Yes.
It's
The new one is integrated, fully integrated carbon, and I think that one piece, right, is going to be lighter than this stem.
How heavy is this stem?
260 grams.
Very heavy.
Very heavy. So if you happens to cycle in the road, then you saw some robbers, take out your stem, throw at them, settle.
Okay. Before we move on to other parts, let's just talk about the frame, right? How's the performance like compared to? I mean, you can only compare to your Propel.
I can only compare to my Propel and Lapierre lah.
Yeah.
So I feel at first is because of the wheels. The wheels 5.6 is the initial push off is heavy compared to Campiolos wheels and everything, because the wheels are not very light also lah. So the bike needs to reach a certain speed before you can feel that the wattage actually you are starting to save some wattage. So aero bikes, actually most of the aero bikes in the industry, it's not you pedal off, push off, that time you already start saving wattage. It's not. It only starts to reach certain speed, at least 35 kilometers per hour, then you will feel that there is a save on your wattage. So this bike tends to save wattage at about 36, 37. Anything onwards, it starts to save quite a lot.
But like you said, I think the wheels also plays a very big part.
Yes,
It's
correct.
a complete set, right?
Yeah, it's a complete set.
Okay, so these are NV SDS 56 with Chris King steel hubs.
Yeah, steel hubs.
There's a question on Instagram, so I don't want to ask a question. I'll let the person ask.
Okay.
How do you find 5.6?
So far so good. Crosswind handling okay, as long as it's not a very big gust of wind. It's okay. On West Coast highways, big lorries pass by. I'm a heavy rider, so if you compare to me and you, a big vehicle, heavy vehicle just pass us, right, you will feel more impact.
Come, so
For
light.
me, you're lighter, so I'm heavier. So actually, to me, I don't really feel. But there's one time I felt the very strong one, a very strong crosswind. That one I really almost blew up. So I was at Yishun Dam. It was going to rain, and the wind was a very strong direct crosswind. So that one I felt a push throughout the whole Yishun Dam until I reaches Yishun. Yeah, that was the only time. But other than that, actually minor crosswind is okay.
One problem I face, because I have the same set of wheels, right, is the acceleration.
Yes.
When you're stuck at traffic light, you want to get that first roll. It's
Yes.
so difficult. I need to get off saddle just to get it to roll.
Especially at the standard RI route at Pasir Ris, whereby there are so many traffic lights. That is the pain in the ass.
Yeah, but after that it's okay. Anything above 35, it rolls.
Actually, anything about 28 and above is okay already.
Yeah. Okay.
But the initial is really, wow, you need a lot of power to power up.
Right. Sorry, so this bike, when you bought it, it doesn't come as a complete bike, right? It's a frame only.
It's a frame only. So we mix and match.
How much is the frame?
The frame is retail at 7.9.
Okay.
Yes.
With the handlebar seat post, right?
Yes, handlebar and seat post.
Okay. And does it come with the BB for 7.9k?
The BB, no. The BB is you buy group set, right? It comes with a group set.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the latest Dura Ace 12 speed.
Yes.
How do you find it? Do you need 12 speed? Should people upgrade from 11 to 12?
Actually, I don't need 12 speed. But why in the end I changed 12 speed is because firstly there are no stocks. So no stocks around. Then now the shifter is wireless. It's so much better. I only have 2 cables running, which is to the brakes calipers. Then other than that, shifting performance is good. The front D shift so much better. And actually, the best thing is the Hyperglide Plus.
What's that?
The Hyperglide Plus is a technology came from the mountain bike. So mountain bike, you know, we have gradients like 12%, 16%, 19%. So normally they need to shift under load. So when you're shifting under load, you don't hear that like cracking sound. So it only has it still has sound, but it's not as bad.
How do they do that? How do they
I
achieve
think there's
this?
some technologies on the chain and also the cassette.
Okay.
So the grooving is different.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you want to say whether is it compatible 11 speed and 12 speed, can they use it or not? It's not. The 11 cassette you cannot use on the 12 speed chain. Yeah, it's different.
Okay. And you said you had problems with bottom brackets. You are too powerful.
I'm too heavy. I'm too heavy.
What is the wattage you put out?
My maximum wattage was 1,700 when I was doing a sprint.
Oh.
So my normal kind of surging will have 1,000. That one is very normal. I'm heavy.
Which power meter are you using?
So I send in my cranks to 4i. So after that they put on the power meter, and it's only like $760.
So it's dual-sided?
Dual-sided.
Okay.
So it's dual-sided, and this is not rechargeable battery. These are the flat
USB.
No, the flat battery, the CR2032 something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean by you send it to 4i?
Okay, so 4i is a power meter company whereby they do all the power meters and such, heart rate monitors, things like that. So they have this called the factory install power meters. So what factory install does is it's either you buy a whole crankset already done with power meter from them, or you send in your existing crankset to them and they will fix up the power meter to the crank and do all the testing and everything before sending it back to you. So the $760 is I send my cranks over to them, and it includes the flight there and to and fro lah.
4 is Japanese or American?
4 is USA,
Okay.
America.
Okay. Who facilitates all this for you? Is there a shop here that does it, or you do it by yourself?
No. You just go online and do it yourself. Then after that send in. Then after you go to FedEx. Then after that you just print out the label and send ready.
Oh.
So everything there will be order. So before you even want to send in, you need to do some checks, clearance check, and this. They actually print out. You need to print out a checklist. Then after that, take one AAA battery to check the clearance on your chain stay and everything.
How much? Okay. How long does the whole process take?
Actually very fast. It's about close to 3 months after you get it back already.
Why didn't you just go for Favero?
Sorry, 3 weeks, not 3 months. Sorry, 3 weeks.
That's very fast.
Thank you.
Why didn't you go for Favero? So much more easier. Swap the pedal, put it in.
Speed play.
Why do you want speed play? Okay, so now we move on to pedals.
Speed play. Once you use speed play, you won't use.
Because it's dual-sided.
It's not dual-sided. It's okay. How long do you change your? You are using Loop or Shimano?
Shimano.
So how long do you change your cleats?
I've never changed it. Oh, cleats on
cleats
my shoe.
On your shoes.
Quite often.
Quite often. How long? 2 months one time.
No, because I don't ride so much.
Okay.
Maybe in a year 2 times.
So last time when you keep on riding that time, how often do you change?
I change it when I can't clip in anymore, which is
the yellow color tip or the color drop already. I left the plastic there only.
But it's not very expensive to change.
Yeah, it's 20 bucks ma.
Yeah.
About 20 bucks ma.
The hassle is just fitting it back and getting the right position.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
So speed play, after wearing 1 year, you still can use it.
Why? How come?
Because the spring retention is over here.
Okay.
So cleats, right? So the technology of speed play and Shimano, right, is different. The spring retention for Shimano and Loop, right, is on the pedal itself. But for speed play, right, the spring retention is on the one that's on the shoe itself. So this one is just to clip on only. So you see the groove over here. So it's actually to let you use your spring retention here to clip on only. Then it's one clip for all. You adjust your own float and everything. Then it's easier to clip on. So once you just tap on it, just go.
Right.
So I have seen riding with my friends, they all have difficulty clipping in. Actually, speed play, no. As long as you feel that it's in the hole, step on it, crack,
Yeah.
you just go.
Okay. Coming back to tires, GP 5000, right? Clinchers,
Yep,
10 wall.
10 wall.
Sorry, I let the guy, the lorry pass first. You're a mountain biker. Why did you go for clinchers?
No, I was using tubeless previously. So right now borders are open. Then rides, Malaysia rides are coming up soon, and we are also intending to go for the Lekas ride already. So then I was feeling if let's say early in the morning 4 a.m. you go in, suddenly you just get puncture halfway, maybe like Pekan Nanas, no bike shop around. That's it, GG. If you want to do it on the road, it's going to be messy. All your sealant flowing on your hand and everything, this and that. Must as well change back to convert to clincher. That's also one of the reasons why I bought 5.5 the SAS 5.6 non-AR version. So right now there's a AR and a non-AR version. The non-AR version is still clincher. The AR version is tubeless only. Yeah, which is the hookless one, the hookless rim.
My friends who did the Johor Kulai ride, right? They were on clinchers and they had 3 or 4 punctures, mainly because of the road conditions.
Gravels and roads.
Yeah, and then they swear to God that they will never run clinchers anymore and they will
But
go tubeless.
what if today you are on the road to Kulai and you are on tubeless and you got into a pothole? The one exploded was your sidewall. There's no.
You still can run clincher. You still can put a tube inside, right?
You still can put a tube inside, but the thing is, it's going to take a while for you to do because tubeless tires is so much difficult. It's more difficult to take it out, and it's going to really be damn messy. Sometimes when I do it on my basin, I really cannot take it already.
That's the reason why I'm still not on tubeless because of the sealant, and then they keep topping it up and all those kind of crap.
Yes.
So this is a bit more hassle-free, maintenance-free for me.
It's very easy lah. This one, as long as you squeeze, there's some lag. You can use your hand to take out the tires already. It's very easy.
What's the tire pressure?
Lighter than yours. So I'm running 85 in the front, 90 at the back.
No pinch flats at all.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Saddle is S-Works or Specialized?
Specialized. This is the Specialized called Power Up.
Power mirror soon?
On the way, coming.
Really?
On the way, coming.
Wow, why?
PI model. I took a PI one. I didn't buy from T3.
PI parallel import, right?
Yeah.
Why?
So,
is it cheaper?
cheaper? And
lorry. Okay.
it's cheaper not by a lot lah. Then my friend is the one that's bringing in, so I support him lah.
Okay. Can I know the price?
I will tell you later lah.
Okay.
I'll tell you later. Something that you'll be keen. You'll be keen.
I don't think so. If it's $200, maybe lah.
$200, I get you the C works
My saddle is only $150 by the way.
That's why I bought this. This was 100 plus only. The
Yeah.
com version is heavy, but okay lah.
Mine is a heavy one. It's the cheapest power saddle because I just wanted to try.
I tried the normal power. So the power up is that over here is more rounded. I have a very sharp pain after a very fast ride. So I can feel that my muscle is actually cramping near my sit bone area. So after that I changed this. Actually it's okay.
Okay.
I don't feel that pain anymore.
Do you need a Wahoo Element Roam in Singapore?
In Singapore
I mean we are riding here, right?
yeah, actually I bought a Roam is because the screen bigger.
Yeah, that's what everyone says now.
Yeah, really. I don't want a map one. So even if my friend say, hey, today let's go for 160 right, they plot out the map. I'll just before the ride, I'll just go and memorize all the.
Yeah, it's so small here. You don't need a map.
Then after that, just go. I will never load my map. It's like idiot,
When you go to Malaysia, do you switch on the map?
That's why go with people that know the route.
True. Okay, last one is the Garmin Varia. This is the new one with camera.
It has the radar function. It has a built-in camera, and it has also the light function.
Any problems carrying it with a Wahoo? It's okay.
No issues.
It's the same like you're running a Garmin computer.
Yes.
Okay.
It's the same. It's just that you cannot direct control. So Garmin, if it's a compatible device, right, and it's only 1030 plus is compatible to this.
In what sense is it compatible? Meaning what?
You can turn it off. You can save lock the current video right now. If you got into accident, you can press and this and that.
I mean, who the
Change.
hell will use that, man, when you're cycling?
You never know.
You're not
now
going to be editing video on your...
I have a friend that bought the Garmin front light. So he lazy use his hand go and press, right? He used the computer. I was looking at him, how come he press, then suddenly no light? He turned it off from the computer.
Ayo, okay. So the new one is basically camera, that's all.
Yes, add-on camera.
Anything additional features?
Got one times more the weight.
Don't know if that's a feature or not lah. Okay, anything else I missed? I think we covered everything, right?
Yeah, we covered everything.
Any issues? Let's talk about issues or dislikes.
Dislikes. The stem is too heavy.
So, sorry. What is the weight of the bike?
The weight, without bottle cage, not without bottle, without my lights on and comm is 8 kg flat.
Okay, so later when we weigh, do you want to take it out or you want to weigh it like that?
Can take it out.
Okay. So we will say, what you say, 8 kg?
8 kg.
My scale never lies. Everyone on the YouTube channel suddenly say, so
I just weigh. That's why just now I brought my bike over to Spin Assist. I weigh on the Park 2 weighing machine first.
Okay, so 7.7.
It's 8 kg with the pedal on.
Sorry, just now I interrupted you. So you said some issues was the heavy stem.
Not really an issue. What I really kind of dislike is actually the stem. So the stem weighs about 260 grams, not including the handlebar. So there are most of the Basso riders find that using this bike to climb is quite difficult because you can feel that there's a weight in front. It's heavy. So after you put on your bike comm, your lights and everything, right, the front is heavier.
Can you really feel it?
No.
Or is it because you think that it's an elu, so you cycle yourself?
My propel is even heavier. The propel integrated bar and the handlebar itself is not carbon, it's already alu. So I really used to it. So for me, I find it's okay lah. It's just that as you when you ride a heavy bike, you'll find that okay. And after you transit to a lighter bike, you find easier. But after you ride on your lighter bike already for quite a few times, right? After that, slowly when you climb out, you say, this one also quite difficult. Really, you can feel the weight there. Then now I'm waiting for the new integrated stem the integrated handlebar to come here.
And then you swap it out.
Then I'll swap it out.
Okay. So that's the only problem or dislike?
Anything? Initially was the seat post. So the seat post, the seat post is not really an issue. It's just that the seat post doesn't require any carbon paste. So what it has here actually is there's a rubber seal sitting here. So it's actually just rubber friction holding on to the seat post. The torque that is mentioned on the seat tube is actually I think it's 5 Newton meters, but it's fake one.
Meaning what? You have to tighten.
You have to tighten so much more.
Why? Does it slip?
It slips by it's not by a lot lah, but after every ride, it will start to go down by a little.
So you torque it at 5 Newton meter, it still slips a little bit?
It still slips. So
can't you solve it with putting carbon paste?
We can't because this rubber, right? So this is the rubber that's there. So if you put a carbon paste, right, it's like you use sandpaper to rub your skin. So the rubber is eventually wear off on. So you can't do that.
So meaning to say when you put the carbon paste on the seat post and you slide it in, it's like the rubber's pushing the carbon paste
and you are rubbing against the rubber. So the rubber eventually will become thinner and thinner.
Why don't you put the carbon paste inside the seat tube?
No, because the rubber then big one. The rubber is about this length.
It goes in all the way.
Yes.
I see. Okay.
So we torque it higher. So we torque it higher and about 7 to 8 Newton meters. Then after it starts to stuck there.
So no slipping after that?
No slipping already. After that it's okay.
Any issues with tolerances?
Now a lot of frame, right? The top right, they stated 5 or 6
Yeah.
Oh, so you need to torque it more.
Yeah.
So Sam behind the camera was saying that you need to torque it a bit more than indicated.
Not only this, I can't say a brand, but many of them, don't say a brand now.
Yeah.
He always in the shop, he know one.
Okay.
There are a few brands but one of the best brands that don't have slipping issue is actually Specialized. Especially so far don't have this issue.
I think the moment you have slipping seat post is a real pain, man. It's a problem.
It's a problem because you need tools and everything on the ride. It's either you heck care or you remedy.
But just to share, I think for people who are watching, when I had my SL6, right, obviously there was no carbon paste lah. I had creaking issues. You keep creaking.
Oh.
But it didn't slip. So what I did was I put a bit of carbon paste and then the
And it
creaking
stopped.
is just silent.
So solid to solid vibrations will cause the creaking sounds. So especially carbon is such a dense material, right? So it definitely has some creaking sound because there's some gaps. So once you put in the carbon paste, it fills up the gaps, and then it will typically solve your issues.
So because there's no carbon paste but it's just a rubber seal, does it creak?
No.
No creak.
Rubber dampens,
Okay.
dampens it already.
Yeah.
So you won't feel it.
So do you feel like there's a suspension in there? Like
Oh no, no. Cannot.
okay, so last one, sorry, the BB you say is a tri-peak, right?
Yes, it's a
Is
tri,
it like some
it's a
fancy?
tri-peak twist feed. So press feed is you press it in, right? So this one is different. So on the middle of the BB, there's actually threading on the middle. So the cupping, right, at the side. Then after that, there's this body, right? So the body has a thread. So once you press it in.
Really no experience. Sorry guys, just now my audio got cut. Ran out of battery, talk too long.
The cupping, the main body, so after you press it in, you will need to twist it to lock it. So there is no issue when you are riding it whereby you will feel that the BB is actually flexing and it's actually coming out, or cause the creaking sound and everything. So there's no issue with this. And this one is by ceramic. This is also ceramic bearing lah. I feel, to me, I can feel that there's less friction compared to the steel bearings.
Really?
Yeah, I feel it by a bit.
Then why is your creaking steel bearings? You will go for ceramic?
Expensive. How much you pay yours?
I cannot disclose. But I will tell people not to waste their money and just get steel bearings. Really, just get the steel bearings.
But actually, the steel bearings is really damn good because Chris King, when it first came out, is the steel bearings. It's not back then. There's no ceramic some more.
No, actually, they did a study for Chris King only. Their steel and ceramic, right, is different by 2%.
Only 2%.
Yeah.
I read the report before.
Actually, it's not 2% lah. I think it's only the wattage, right?
Yeah, very minor.
Very minor one.
Oh.
Very minor one.
Oh, where's the OSPW?
Need to put me.
What saving?
I waiting for Spin Axis sponsor me.
Spin Axis. Spin Axis sells OSPW.
He sells ceramic speed.
Ceramic speed. Oh, this one. Okay, never mind.
You know what? But whenever I sell OSPW, actually, I'm not honest. I see before. Aesthetic good, function.
Actually, there's some issue in the shiftings.
No, the ceramic speed okay lah. Some
Yeah. The non-ceramic speed one lah. They have some flexing issue. So when it shift, right?
not many
Yeah.
Okay, then next time we get Sam on the show, Sam will share more.
Actually, Spin Axis is I would say is a good shop. Why? First of all, I would say the salesman which is Sam there's only one salesman there. So Sam's right. Every time you have a request to Sam, Sam tries his best to go and fulfill your request. He will help you find everything. But sometimes he's the one in the end who got paid out. The person say, hey, help me find this, help me find that. So he find everything already brought into the shop. Then the buyer say, hey, I don't want really, I cannot really, I found another one. But the thing is, Sam won't start to F them or what. No, he won't. He will just put it there. After that, never mind lah. Say next time see who want to buy, you just buy. Then actually, another main core person is actually Robert. So
Robert's a mechanic, right?
Robert is a mechanic. He's also one of the boss there. So there's two boss there. Sam and Robert, and there's one more at the back end. So that one I will mention. So Robert is a very good mechanic. Probably one of the best in Singapore. He does a lot of things, and he always ensures all the bikes are built up properly. Then the thing is, sometimes when you buy, you buy some stuff that are made in China and you cannot fit into your bike because of some dimension wrong and this, he will help you to do all the modification and everything, and it will fit in nicely. Unless it's not doable, he will say, oh, it's not doable. Other than that, he will just put in his heart and will and just help you do everything. Yeah, that's one thing this shop actually attracts me. It's just a small shop, it's not really a big shop.
Where is Spin Axis located?
201 Henderson Road.
Okay.
Apex Building. Yeah, 201.
Okay. This episode is not sponsored by Spin Axis.
Yeah, it's not sponsored, but right now you can ask you can ask for sponsorship already.
We talk offline. Later, after all my subsequent episode, all talking about Spin Axis. Just kidding, man. Okay, so we move on to the Instagram question. You guys want to ask your questions, you can follow me on Instagram. The first question is, which I didn't want to ask earlier because this user asked, why did you choose steel bearings and not ceramic bearings for your Chris King hub?
First of all, I'm a heavy rider. I come from mountain bike. I'm using, and all the while mountain bikes I've been, jumpings and everything, land, case and everything. It won't go wrong. Steel bearings. And in fact, I have a friend that's actually in the bearings industry. So he don't do bicycles bearings. So they are doing the more commercial one. So he told us, a very good quality stainless steel bearing, right, is so much better than the ceramics. But ceramic, yes, is good because it withstand high heat. But that high heat, actually from bicycle, you will never generate that amount of heat one, never ever one. And why commercial they need ceramic bearing, right, is because of the 24/7 productions. That's why they need. That's why for me, I already has been using Chris King for quite a while, and I feel no diff.
Then why don't your BB go and get the steel one?
Exploded before, bro.
Okay, so are you saying that it generates so much heat?
No, I used the Shimano one and it spoiled before. So that's why you never see me riding another giant bike. So okay, so there are a lot of I back then when I was doing the giant, right, my Shimano bearing actually exploded. There's a metal piece that actually guarding the.
Is it the cage?
Not really on the cage. It's the more on the bearing side. So this metal actually broke off. Then after that, the bearing actually flew off. So after that, back then I didn't went spin assist. So back then I didn't know spin assist. So I went to another local bike shop and they recommend me tri-pick. So after using that, it didn't cause me any issue, no creaking sound and everything. So after that, I used back. I just used back what was recommended to me and no issue caused.
Okay.
Yeah, not because of is it steel or ceramic.
Stunning bike, does it fall into the aero or lightweight category of road bikes?
It's actually aero bike. But it looks like an all-rounder bike.
Yeah, because it doesn't look like there's a lot of very big tubing.
Yes, correct. So it doesn't really look as aero also because aero bikes normally has this very flat oval shape kind of down tube and stuff. But actually, when you are riding it, you can feel that it's an aero bike. It's not really a climbing bike also. It's not a climbing bike.
How does Basso compare to something like S-Works?
Wow, how to compare?
Okay, let's talk about Basso. Basso is handmade in Italy.
Yes.
There's no part that is coming from Taiwan or China.
Nope.
Everything is sourced.
The carbon is coming from Japan.
Oh, okay.
Story 1K.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. But in your opinion, how do you think this will compare to a S-Works? Let's say take my bench.
Actually, can't compare. It's just you can't compare lah. One ridden by Peter Sagan. Then the Peter Sagan got so many people admire. Then that one good already. This one ridden by Wei Jie only.
Okay.
Can't really compare lah. Each has its own lah.
Last question. I know we've already talked very highly about Spin Axis. The question is Spin Axis service good? So besides service, let's talk about price. Is his pricing okay? Sorry to put you on the spotlight.
Pricing go and know. I will tell you. I cannot tell you. Pricing damn good. Go. Then everybody go to Spin Axis. This one also. Other bike shops also sell this price.
Okay, maybe I should tweak the question. What sets Spin Axis apart from other bike shops?
Actually, it's their service. It's really the service. It's like today you go to Seoul Garden and you go to Hai Di Lao. Who give you the best service? That price higher lah, but people are going back for the price, right? For the service also, the main service one. So, but the thing is, they are the cheaper version of Hai Di Lao. So their price is not high. You can actually go and go down to the shop, talk to Sam. Then after that, tell him your budget. He will actually recommend you something. Then after that, their price, I won't say it's expensive, and I will say it's not also very cheap. It's normal lah. It cannot be
market rate.
Yeah, it's market rate lah. Or sometimes if you are his brother or something, you get more discount, 1%, 2% more. Yeah, but their overall service is damn good. Their service is damn good. That's what attracts me lah.
Okay.
Actually.
Can you please nominate someone to come on my channel? So we are at the end of the show.
Oh, we already have a nominee mah.
Who?
Also a Basso Diamante.
Who?
But it's the Basso. It's Jiaxin.
Was he the guy I met?
Yeah, he's currently riding the silver
but
color.
he doesn't want to do it.
It's okay. We will force him. No choice.
I don't like to force people to do
No,
things.
don't worry. No choice. You got no choice because that particular model, special limited edition, there's only 45 make because of the 45th anniversary.
So it's only a different color, like a
It's
special
a different color. It has the new integrated bar already on. Then it comes with lightweight wheels. It's very unique. He also has a serial number and he has the best. He has the one of the best serial number already. 44/44.
Wow.
45.
44.
Hey, 44 for Chinese cannot, you know.
Yeah, 45/45.
Ah, okay, okay.
Number one is a Dubai Crown Prince.
So he initially wanted the number one So anybody also want but you know the Dubai Prince got it.
For real.
For real. Then he's not a prince he's only his mother's prince. Lose So only can get 45
Okay. So you please convince him to come onto the show.
We will convince him
Yeah.
If not, we'll ask them to come and come out to the show
Sam, and ask him to bring his own bike Sam's bike.
Sam has his own bike. He has a few bikes coming already. He has about four bikes,
All Basso.
He has a Scarab that's coming. Hey, the Scarab is already in the shop. He's riding it. The steel bike, the customized
one I saw at
geometry.
TMCR that day,
Yes. Then there's also a what? Sato also a carbon customized bike. Then still got what? Oh, his own Basso Diamante, which Basso wanted to do specially for them one.
Oh.
It's also coming. Still got a lot of bike. You got a lot of bike. Don't worry, you got a lot of business.
This whole thing.
I think it's all visual only.
Huh?
Visual right?
Don't hear him rubbish.
I cannot hear. Sorry.
He say he's not a fast cyclist,
Oh.
but never believe him.
Yeah.
He very fast one.
Never trust cyclists.
That's one of the reasons why he shaved his head.
No. It's for you guys who cannot see. If you know Sam, you will know what he looks like. So Sam, but he still got hairy legs. Your legs still very hairy.
If not, he will be bro. If not, no friends, no hashtag, no friends. He will be dropping everyone. This is the only air drugs that's holding him back.
Your audience see here,
Overselling Sam. Yeah, I think that's how I meet most of my friends also. It's through YouTube when I interview people.
Yeah.
We end up becoming friends.
But actually, Singapore cycling circles is very small only.
Yeah.
Very, very small.
Yeah. Anything additional things you want to tell my viewers?
No, I think that's about
That's
it.
about it. Okay, Vijay, thank you so much. Guys, remember to subscribe to my channel if you are not, and then see you guys in the next video.
There's no going back. You stepped across